How do you bounce back from 2-1 and keep that focus on just Game 4 at this point?
Just by learning, always learning and figuring out, the adjustments we can make, what we can do better, and then executing that and applying it to the next game. Each game is different, so just learning and moving on to the next.
Doc kind of felt the team should have left the arena yesterday kind of confident. Did the film session today, did that reinforce that? Did it kind of show that to you all?
Yeah, there was a lot of things that we did good. I mean, obviously we got off to a rough start, but the last 3 quarters, there was a lot that we did good. So just taking that and, trying to build off it going into the next game.
You guys have tried to keep Halliburton away from his right hand. How do you try to find the balance between, keeping him from his right, but then also not making the left too easy for him on that reach out?
Yeah, I mean, you can't just give him a left. He's a good player. But just trying to limit some of his passing, going left, has been our focus. And, last game we did a decent job of that, better than Game 2. But, he's going to make you work, just the player he is, so it's not an easy task.
They obviously are trying to get out and transition and push throughout the first quarter versus the rest of the game. What is the difference for you guys to prevent them to get more playing at your pace later in that game compared to the way they ran early on?
Yeah, it's a couple things that go into it. It's just that first quarter they kind of just dictated everything we did. Like offensively, we hardly got into anything. So then you start taking some tougher, quicker shots that lead into those transition buckets and kind of gets them going. But you could see it in the second half. We kind of just played our game at our pace, and that helped that.
There's been a handful of games throughout the year where a combination of Giannis, Dame have been out. Who knows what that looks like with those guys, what they went through. How do you keep from maybe pressing to a degree as someone who might get more minutes, but also you might need to score maybe more than you've been asked to or had to? How do you kind of not go there mentally and try to stay focused on actually what you do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I've talked about it before. It's just controlling what you can. You don't know who's going to play, how much, that type of deal, and the different rotations that are out there. So it's just controlling what I can and then doing whatever I can, whatever they need out on the floor, and that can be different night to night. So just going to prepare the same way as I know everybody else will, and just get ready to roll.
And how do you guys swing the second chance opportunities your way compared to what was happening, especially last night?
Yeah, it's just, rebounding is a lot of just discipline to do the little things, turn and look and see if somebody's crashing and just box them out. And, they just keep coming, they keep crashing. And so it's not an easy task, but it takes all 5 too. So us guards are going to do a better job next game of, limiting those second chance points.
How unique is it when it is a guy like Nebhard? Like typically, if we're thinking about guys that are good on the glass, like Mitchell Robinson or Jonas Valanciunas, but when it's a point guard or a 2 guard, how is that different?
I think just because, most guards don't crash that often, especially 1, 2 guards. So you kind of have to think about it and focus and not just turn and look or get back, whatever it might be. So just the discipline to do that, I think, goes into it.
With the first quarter, was some of that maybe something that you guys expected just because they're playing at home, the crowd, haven't had a playoff game at home in so long? Or was it something that you saw that just allowed them to kind of set their pace so effectively?
I mean, the last 2 games they've tried to do it as well, so we knew that's how they're going to come out, especially being at home. And we just got to have whatever it might be, prepare better, have a better mindset going into that first quarter, the start of the game, for tomorrow's game.
Thank you.
Thank you.